Conditions precedent. Conditions precedent are also part of a term sheet, and they are part of the other clauses, so to say. And I'd like to add a couple words to those conditions because you can find them in many term sheets. However, they don't play a really important role like liquidation preference or something else. So what is a condition precedent, first of all? In most cases, you'll find it at one of the last sentences or the last paragraphs in a term sheet. And the conditions precedent are those conditions which have to be fulfilled between agreeing on a term sheet and really signing the contract. These conditions are, for example, additional information the VC gets or some guarantees and so on. So basically, things that should happen between signing the term sheet or agreeing on a term sheet and signing the contract. Although the term sheet is non-binding, which is interesting because everybody could walk away from a contract, you find conditions precedent because what you want to do is you like to define what has to be done between that moment of signing a term sheet and at the very end putting your signature under a contract. If you look at those conditions as an entrepreneur, you might want to pay special attention to some of these conditions which you find on the right side. For example, approval by investors' partnerships. This shouldn't be a condition precedent. This is work to be done by the VC. Yes, that's right. However, that shouldn't be a condition for you because he should do his homework by himself before. And he should look at his partners before he gives you a term sheet. I mean, in most cases they will do that because they don't invest too much time into negotiations and there's no approval from partnerships. They don't want to waste time too. The second thing is rights offering to be completed by the company. You find that VCs wants to offer same conditions of current deal to all your previous investors, and that can add time and cost to the process. So if you have a term sheet with the one VC, what happens to all the other investors who have rights because of their stocks? And what do you have to do then? So pay attention to what's written in there and how much time does it cost, and try to agree on something within the negotiations, within negotiating basically the term sheet. And one other is employment agreements signed by founders as acceptable to investors. They can affect you as a founder, your salary and your situation. So in most cases, it's fair to say that these employment agreements, they should be part of the term sheet or should be clarified before you sign the term sheet because they affect your role as the entrepreneur, if you're CEO, president, or whatever. That should be part of the term sheet and not a condition precedent or something which is to be discussed between signing the term sheet and signing a contract. So in basically what you should try to do is if you negotiate the term sheet, try to negotiate everything and try to make it a very short time between term sheet and signing the contract. That nothing could happen, like financial crisis. Nobody should walk away out of whatever reasons, and if the time frame is shorter, you don't give others a chance to do that.